But it's been like a really different challenge learning Japanese as like a grown adult, I would say. Because, I don't know, has the fact that you were very much into Japanese culture and watching anime helped you at all from your perspective?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's made it easier, but like easier with an asterisk, right?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
easier to understand some concepts culturally that might explain some of the language, right? Which is great. But at the end of the day, it doesn't help me like in a crazy amount.
Yeah.
I think it just helps me understand why certain things are the way they are in a language.
Yeah.
You know, why is it like, you know, why you can't be direct to someone? Why it's always sumasen or you know, like it's never, you know, and I guess because sometimes when you're learning the language, you're like, why can't I just be like direct? You know, and that's not a thing. You can't do that. That's too aggressive.
Yeah. I think learning Japanese for me, I didn't realize how much I kind of just zoned out Japanese when I watched anime before.
Oh yeah, you do. You filter it out because you're like, that's nonsense to me. I'm focusing on this.
You're just like absorbing the subtitles and you kind of just mute out the Japanese. And I didn't realize that until I started learning when I actually picked out individual, like how the sentence works and how the language actually works, that I realized, oh, this didn't help me a lot at all.
But I find it really hard in my head to recommend learning language to people because I feel like if you're not going to like actually do it, it's kind of a waste of time.
Oh no, it takes commitment.
Yeah, that's what I've always said to people though about Japanese.
And it's one of those things where like learning Japanese, especially if you're not going to do it full time, it's like at least a 5-year thing that you have to commit to. And if you quit 2.5 years in, you know.
But that's the problem, right? Is that like so many people, I get fucking emails about it all the goddamn time, being like, what's the easiest way to learn Japanese? There is no easy way to learn Japanese. You just have to sit down and just be like, am I about to commit 5 to 10 years of my life to learn this shit? Yes, go for it.
It's like any like skill chart, right? Where it's like the first like getting over the first real difficult like bump is the hardest. And once you get past that, you've gone through a challenge, you've overcome it. Normally you can keep going. And it's the same with any craft, right? Like voice acting as well, like photography, anything, right?
YouTube,
right? There's always like going to be that first point where you think you're starting to understand it. And then you'll get to that point where you're like, fuck, I know nothing about what I'm getting into.
Exactly.
And it's that point where if you keep going and actually like start to, you know, really put in the work, you'll probably see some results. But a lot of people quit at that point.
Because like I'm always really paranoid, and this is true in my life. And whenever I'm like doing a playthrough of a game, right, when I'm doing something and it's just sub-optimized.
Yes.
And sometimes I like paralyze myself because I'm just like, what if I'm not doing this most optimal way? Is this a wasted time? I'm so scared of wasting my time. So when I first started learning Japanese, I spent more time trying to figure out the best way to learn Japanese than actually learning Japanese.
It took me like that.
I guess you're the opposite to me in that sense. Like I do video games, I'm definitely like that. I'll maximize the shit out of video games. But everything else in my life, I'm like, it's good enough.
I'm kind of the opposite with video games. I'm just
Really?
like video games.
Yeah, you are.
Video games are just made to be like fun and time wasting.
Yeah, because I'll talk to Jerry about video games that we're both playing, and I'll be like, you know, this is like 2% more efficient to do this like this method, right? And Jerry's like, bro, I don't give a fuck.
And I'm like, I've already put 60 hours in this game. Like I don't care.